Taking time off when having a newborn baby is an issue for most parents. The following will suggest new ideas and solutions on how to take time off for families and discuss gender inequalities between men and women. FMLA, or Family Medical Leave Act, is a solution that many people think of when it comes to paid time or time off for families with newborn babies. The problem with this is that it usually doesn't involve paid time off, so it doesn't help with financial burdens that young parents carry. They usually offer 6 weeks or up to 12 weeks, depending on how long an employee has been at their work. It offers job protection with unpaid leave, or depending on where you work, sometimes it does involve paid leave, but that paid leave isn't your normal paid leave. It's usually very, very low compared to your normal paid leave, and many families cannot get by on what they make. The solution to paid time off is finding different funding sources. In order to get paid for the Family Medical Leave Act, there has to be some way to get the funding. The reason why we should get funding is because in the long run, it's going to equal greater success to employers and to their employees. For those employees who are against funding and who don't want to have their workers be paid for their time off, they're looking at workers who are going to be facing health, financial, and career difficulties. This can be because they're looking at different daycare costs, time off for the baby checkups, doctor appointments, bonding time, and trying to get all that paid for while not getting paid their normal pay that they would be getting if they were going to work every single day. One solution is to raise taxes or to go through Social Security. Through taxes, they would increase employer taxes by 0.3%, and then they would end up getting a 12 weeks full paid time off, or possibly more. But that means that you're going to be paying more on your taxes. Another option is by Social Security. So that would mean that parents would take 12 weeks of paid time off, and then in the end they would get compensated by that by extending the time before they would receive Social Security benefits. What does it mean by getting 12 weeks full paid time off? That means that parents are allowed to get to spend more time with their young child due to the affordability of having an actual paycheck. One problem that women face when having a newborn baby and going back to work is breastfeeding. They find that they don't have privacy or time to pump while they are at work. A way to solve this problem would be to create a private, separate area where women can go to do their pumping. This could include having a mini fridge and a separate place with a do not disturb sign for women to be able to pump their milk. Also, a problem with this is that they have to take a separate break, which means that they're not going to get paid, which means that their paycheck is going to be less. A solution to this would be including the Healthy Families Act. This means that they would get paid 2% of their employee wage while they are out breastfeeding. This would help decrease costs because they're not going to have to spend money on formula if they're not allowed to breast pump. Another thing would be having a breast pump that is paid for women with newborn babies. By being able to get paid family time off, we can help improve the negative impacts on health. One thing would be healthier babies from breastfeeding. We're going to have healthier babies because they're going to have reductions in the risk of sudden infant death syndrome, diabetes, asthma, and childhood obesity. Also, there will be healthier mothers. They're going to be physically healthier. They're going to have less breast cancer, less ovarian cancer, because they had breastfeeding. The physical healthier part is going to be because they're not going to be as depressed, they're going to have more time to heal, and they're not going to feel like they're rushed right back into work. Things have changed, and now mothers are going to work. And in some families, the dads are going to work, or in reverse, mom's going to work and dad's staying at home. This causes issues. How is dad getting paid if mom's the one with maternity leave? Well, a solution would be to have paternity leave for dads. In some places, they have paternity and maternity leave, or a mom and a dad can split the maternity-paternity leave, meaning a dad can take off like the 3 weeks, and then mom can take 3 weeks off later so that each parent gets to spend time with the baby. If there isn't time off given to both mom and to dad, then there can be relationship problems because they're going to fight over who has to take care of the baby. Or why is it fair? It's not fair that only a mother should get paid for their time off to take care of their baby, when it's just as important for a dad to bond with their baby. The solution to allowing newborn parents more time with their children is to offer paid time off. This can be done through raising taxes, through different sources of funding. Along with paid time off should come allowing breastfeeding to be an accepted thing. It needs to be accepted anywhere in the workplace. In the workplace, there should be a separate place for women to go to pump. They should be able to have a private place, and they should not be ridiculed. And thirdly, there needs to be gender equality. Both female and males should be allowed to have time off to spend with their children. Mom should be able to go to work, and dad should be able to stay home with the baby. Or mom should be able to stay home with the baby, and dad should be able to go to work. Either way, both mom and dad should be allowed to have paid time off to spend with their child. It's going to equal a healthier baby, and it's going to equal healthier parents. In the long run, it's going to equal a better company.